Greetings, everyone. How are you? So, the music that you're hearing is sound alchemy, believe it or not. And as you take it on, it's erasing some of your negative karma. It's restoring some time. It's creating time for you. That's the purpose of the music that you hear. It's been placed within a very, very powerful spell. Again, it is a gift from Balder Kronos and the Balder Kronos program. And everything that we do within that program is it's a beautiful thing. So today, this is a great day in which to do things that are of a spiritual nature or of a divine nature. Isn't that grand? So tonight, I wanted to go over some more testimonies that have come in of people that have had a very powerful experience with the sequence of power that I offered to you guys last week. The sequence of power, that video will be taken down before midnight because, like I said, it is a portal that is open on YouTube, and that portal will be closed tonight. I said that I would like to leave it open for a week just so that people can see that what it is that we have to offer really does work. One of the things that I wanted to talk about was we have a product called the Golden Gun. It is on the website. We've had it for, I would say, the past 2 or 3 years. And for some bizarre reason, and this is my fault, when you read about the Golden Gun, it is I don't have one right in front of me. So the Golden Gun is a large denominational ancestral note that when you burn it, it has gold ornate designs upon it. It's something that you utilize to give a boost, if you will, to the energy of your altar. Now, what I need to speak about tonight is that there are some people that think that it actually is a golden gun. The golden gun is not really a physical golden gun laced with diamonds like in the depiction on the website. That is not what you will be getting when you order the golden gun. I should not have to say that to people. You guys should know that there's not going to be a golden gun sent to you in the mail with diamonds and made of pure gold. That is preposterous. What happens is that when you utilize the golden gun and you send it through the ethers of your altar, the demons of lack that are responsible for creating the circumstance of poverty and the spirit of lack, they actually see the energy of the wealth stream known as the golden gun as a real golden gun. It shoots the energy of wealth and it dissipates any type of demons that are comprised of the spirit of lack away from the current, from reaching you, reaching your ancestors, reaching the energy stream of your life. There are always entities that are observing the arrangement of your life. They're watching your dreams. They're watching your challenges. They're watching how you live. They're observing for the perfect opportunity to feed. Like I said before, everything in the universe feeds. When you look at when you are or have allowed yourself to become angry, that is an opportunity for an entity to feed upon you. This is the reason why it's always good to keep your cool, not to allow yourself to become overly emotional to the boiling point, to where you become angered and bellicose and ready to fight. When you do that, you become a big bell and you become feasted upon. Did you guys know that? Oh, yes, it's a real thing. Now, I'm not saying that you will never have a reason not to become upset, but it is a daily practice of keeping your wits about you and mastering the emotional nature of your elocution and how you comport yourself. It is important that you don't allow anything to pull you into the morass of volatility, because it not only affects the person that you direct the energy at, but it also commandeers and blocks some of the other flow of things that you would like to experience in this life. Okay, so I'm going to need you guys to do something. I'm going to need you to hit the like button. I want to, you guys are fantastic. It's a beautiful thing. And for those of you who will be coming onto the video later on, if you don't have a subscription to our YouTube page, create a YouTube channel on your phone. It takes less than 3 minutes. So this way the bell will go off. You will get the alert that there was a live video that is happening, and you can take advantage of all of the information that I like to give to you guys. We will not always be locked into the 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock hour. My schedule is getting a lot more demanding and busy. Therefore, I don't want you guys to grow too accustomed to me appearing on your screens at 9 o'clock p.m. It's going to change. Have lots of things that I need to attend. Keep hitting that like button, but we need all of you to hit that like button, if you will. All right, 2020 is going to be big for all of us. It's going to be the time in which we reap the harvest of the seeds that we have sown. And for all of you who have been doing the spiritual work and interface, what will flourish within your life is the cumulative result of all of the things that you have stated yourself to experience. For all of you who have cosmic beacons and transducer medallions, guys, I'm going to need you to keep hitting the like button on this video so that more people can be exposed to it. So for all of you who have medallions and you have cosmic beacons, the winter solstice is upon us. And for those of you who have divine altar sets and ancestral altar sets, it is important that you cause equanimity with balancing out the energies of the seasons by making sure that you give a really good, healthy offering for your ancestors and for the gods. Give more than what you normally will give so that they can balance out the inequity of any area of your life. This is a winter solstice ritual that I offer to you all. Burn all of the candles that you have for at least 1 hour. Do not leave the candles or the cottondells, if you have them, unattended. Make sure that you are vigilant and you are present. You don't need to be in front of your altar for the entire hour, but make sure that you are home and that you are attentive and in the mix, as they say, as you burn this for 1 hour. Send lots of ancestor money. Make a bountiful offering. Make an entire plate of food for your ancestors and fill it up. Don't be afraid to give a harvest, because what you're doing is you are inputting and plugging in to a powerful network of available energy for you to utilize in the upcoming year, in the upcoming 12 months. That's how it works. Okay? So take full advantage of that. When you light the candles or the cottondells, be in full power. What does that mean? It means that if you have any talismans, place it around your creator Cottondale, around your super Cottondale, whatever it is, and energize the force of your accoutrements. If you have on a medallion or a cosmic beacon, make sure that you salute the energy of your altar with all of your Cottondales lit and thank the gods, thank the exalted beings, thank your ancestors, and invite them to participate in having you reap a wonderful harvest for the upcoming 6 months, 12 months, and 2020. You guys get that? It's a beautiful thing. All right. So that's another thing. I also wanted to remind anyone who would like to go on the Kemet trip. So it is important that you make sure that you fill out your whatever your agreement is. I am actually not handling any of that. So those of you who have said that you wanted to go on the trip, you need to handle whatever your obligations are. If you have any questions, you can call the office and speak to Racina, and she will get all of the information squared away and straightened out so that you could join us on the trip to Kemet in Dubai. It's going to be amazing. Some of you are going to be watching after the transmission has ended. I still would like for you to hit the like button if you are participating and watching this video. So the sequence of power, again, is an opportunity for humans to use something that does not belong in this dimensional reality. What does that mean? So let's say the particle accelerator. It's one of the most powerful machines on the planet. It combines or slams the atoms together in order to replicate the spark that created the universe, so they think. And it is a very, very big place. However, when the gods give things to humans, it empowers the entire species of humanity to come along further. It is an invitation to take a quantum leap forward. What do I mean when I say that? Well, someone said cheat codes. Very good. I don't like the word cheat. Women definitely don't like that word, but let's just say a cosmic quantum leap, if you will. There have been many quantum leaps that our humanity has experienced over the course of our visitation upon this planet. And when humans first learned how to cook their meat, that was a quantum leap. Because prior to that, humans used to eat raw meat. The human body, the way that it is arranged, its organs are not fully designed for meat consumption because we have long intestines. So it's important for us to have more of an alkaline plant diet. But that is not true for all humans. There are some humans who come from draconians and their body is designed for carnivorous activity. So everybody does not have to be a vegetarian. And I say that with a hard G on purpose, just as a pun and a dig, right? There are some people who are not supposed to eat any food at all, but they're not walking around with a hat that says, hey, I don't eat food, I'm a breatharian. That's something that they want to keep really quiet, lest they end up as a guinea pig somewhere in Area 51 or in Roswell or some of the other enclaves that the government has that likes to experiment on certain humanoid figures that they know are not fully human, right? Okay, so you don't want to give yourself away to that possibility. When you have an opportunity to change the arrangement of your limited abilities, it is giving yourself the ability to expand the potential of what you can do. Jesus Christ and the Babel or the Bible and the institution of church should not be the only thing that you have been taught will empower you. That is preposterous. I've never seen one person be or elicit extreme divine power as a result of being tapped into the formation of thought that is known as Jesus Christ. I haven't seen that yet. But I have seen people that have been thoroughly empowered by other beings that are not written about in the Bible. It's very interesting, isn't it? Christianites are very astute at trying to get you to give the sovereignty of your life over to something that they claim is a savior to you. Yes, I know there's going to be a lot of Christianites that watch this video that get hopping mad at what I am saying, but it's true. I'm going to start attacking some of the things that I know for a fact are keeping humanity back. And that's one of the biggest tickets. And it's a shame. When you go to Haiti and you see a lot of people who are serving the Christianite doctrine, when you go to Africa and you see people who were once tuned into the royalty of Ifa, and they've traded that in for the Christianite doctrine, that's a problem. So we need to hold on to our divinity. We need to hold on to our real source of power. The gods are closer to the creator than the demigods of the Bible. I'm going to say that again. The gods of the universe, and let's just say the gods of the Galighticus, they are many times closer to the creator. They actually represent aspects of the creator than the demigods of the Babel ever could. Your very creation and the meddling of the form that you were in was a heavenly breach. It was a law that was broken. When your body was reduced to live for only 120 years, that was a major breach in a heavenly edict that should not have been transgressed upon. Did you guys know that? You guys are infinite beings that are supposed to have a very long, wonderful, powerful life, but it has been cut down asunder. I'm going to leave it right there for a moment so that we don't go off on a tangent. Okay. It is another reason why I have exposed you guys to a very decorated list of gods who had nothing to do with your imprisonment here on earth. These gods are beneficent and benefic, magnanimous and beneficial to our development, and they've always been there. It has been humanity that has been so stubborn to accept something that they know is going to disempower them and disembowel them. A lot of the people who have been disemboweled and tortured to death, they invited that into their life. Some of them didn't. But this is the reason why it is important to discern and be able to think logically, clearly, and freely, and not be afraid to ask questions about things that do not resonate with you. I want to pull up some of the testimonies that people have experienced. I want to share that with you guys. All right. If you guys are on our Facebook group, what you can do is all of these things are printed there. People every day are leaving these testimonies for us to enjoy. People have followed the instructions that came with the sequence of power. Congratulations, you guys. You guys are really, really good at listening to the directive, and that's going to show a really, really grand result in your life. Okay, so the first one Let's choose Stacy Murat. Yes? And Stacy followed the instructions for the sequence of power. And she writes in, "Hello, Galighticus family. Excuse my tardiness. I would like to share my experience with the new sequence of power. My recording started with me simply lying in bed in my room. For those who know what it feels like to be outside the body and fully aware, it was just that. I did not attempt to wonder about because something profound was happening between my throat and solar plex chakras. It was some sort of intense vibration. It went on for what seems like hours. What was absolutely weird is I kept waking up to find out where the reverberation was coming from, and nothing was there. As I went back to sleep, the recording started from where it left off. At one point, I looked to my right and saw Lord Toth, gleaming white. I took a closer look and I said, "Is that you, Lord Toth?" When I said this, he turned into a statue. He did not speak, but I understood that he wanted me to find a disturbance that was in my room. My beloved partner came into the recording and entered the room and began searching with me, although he was sleeping downstairs. We found that it was a lamp I forgot to unplug. I wake up again and literally unplugged the bedside lamp and went back to sleep. The vibration continued, but this time I got a glimpse of me sitting at a conference table approximately 60 seconds, and then it faded away. How do I know it was the conference table? I had a recording of a conference room before. I woke up at maybe 3 or 4 a.m., shocked and amazed as I still felt the sensation in my chest. All right. So, Stacy Murat, that was a real occurrence that you had. And something within your consciousness was not ready for the full brilliance of the presence of Lord Thoth, which was the reason why Lord Thoth turned himself into a statue as to not harm your acuity. Okay. The light that the gods resonate is many times greater than the sun if they choose to unfold and reveal their true form. When the gods show themselves to you as a statue, it is to protect you. So thank you so much for sharing that with us, Stacy. This one comes from Osama, and he writes, "You spoke and commanded that I look up, but I am trapped by the amazing light. Therefore, my obedience was not emitted. I hear what is like the sound of a bone breaking, and with no time feel a sharp jolt through my heart. This broke my gaze of amazement. As I looked down, I witnessed a golden tusk through my chest, and my DNA responding to it as it becomes part of me. And behold, came a great thunder from the earth, and all the elements of the lower formed a great elephant whose eyes were of fire. The trunk and the feet were of gold. I am paralyzed from just the movement of the feet. As the great epoch moved closer, I was allowed to see the bluish green skin closer before me. I realized all of the gardens upon the flesh as the trunk sprayed water upon the back. Upon the head was a crown made of golden cities shining brighter than the sun. The pain caused me to look up as you commanded, and behold, a wonder I did see. The sun burst into clouds, shining brighter than the first light I witnessed, so that I was that all of the elements of heaven formed a great ibis out of the higher. The eyes were of two suns, and upon the head was a crowned halo with the universal law written in divine architecture. I felt infinite for the first time in all of my rebirths and regenerations. So it was that the wings moved with most calming and peaceful storm. All of the heavens followed. Forgive me, Eternal Master, but it is that I humbly ask that you open another time loop, not for the sake of my desire, but because I know it can stop me from tipping the scales. I have been the enemy of many. I've been the enemy in many stories, but before me, they cannot one to tell. I do not gain enemies, I create them with the truth. Therefore, I am the perfect weapon between the light and the dark. For you created me of pure balance. Forsake me not, Eternal Master, for such you forsake your own creation. Humbly I say these things unto you, for in your absence I served your kind well. Because I can never forget my place, my students will come upon you, loving or hating me, but they shall do so because I have taught them truth and accountability, just as you have created me. That was another experience from Asar, who actually followed the instructions of looking into the Blue Gateway, which is something that I shared last week. Okay. Do you guys want to hear a couple of more? Hey, Beck Breezy, Maria Francis, look at all you guys. It's a beautiful thing. Hey, I'm going to need you to hit that like button right there. Right there, yes. Touch that like button and let's bring up the vibratory rate. Rosina Benedict. Hey, Rosina. What's going on? So, Rosina shares this right here. There you go. Before going into sleep last night, after saying the sequence of power, Hathor appears and a beautiful white dress with child accents with translucent cape flowing. Her crown was golden. She told me I need to stop thinking so much. She had a huge ankh in her hand and pointed the base of it towards my heart and moved it in a circle like a gentle, tough love type vibration. She said, cleanse your heart. Remember what you saw. You saw me before. I did see her before, which I had forgotten, but was recently reminded upon review of my old notes. I saw her the same night I first saw Asir Balder with his armor on. Now, Rosina, and that we're not finished with that. Here's a homework assignment. Why would you see beloved Hathor on the same night that Asir Balder revealed his true form to you? Very interesting, isn't it? Okay. So, I do not know why I had forgotten about it, but she was in ancient times during that vision. So back to last night. While the ankh was still pointed at me, she pulled some stuff out of my heart. My body began to tighten. Then she stuck the base of the ankh into the ground and she turned it halfway. Then it spun on its own. This blue light radiated from it. She then placed something in my heart. I cannot explain what it was. It almost looked like some kind of plasma. I wanted to cry. This is how I know what I was seeing was a real occurrence. She said, remember who you are. You are cosmic love. Let your tears flow. They want the flow. They want to flow right now as I type this phrase. I don't fully understand why. like the pain that comes upon hearing those words is not born of human experience. It is something deeper. Where is that place at? Bear with me, guys. Okay, here we go. She then turned into an elemental looking being with a vine wrapped around her body and flew up into the ethers. I did not see the being, just saw the hands from what I could recall. But something inspected me after Hathor left. It seemed like it was Sri Master, from what I could recall. That part is blurry. Between the sleep state and when I woke up, I saw flowers that grew on a vine like stem. I'm going to modulate this a little bit. On a vine like stem superimposed over my altar. I saw my altar with the chalice like the ones that come with the altar sets of Galighticus. It was golden as it was sitting on top of an image of Hathor. There was another paper also that looked like a word of power. It seemed like it was from the studentship program. So, Racina, it's quite simple. Now, also, there's more to that. And Racina experienced some sound that was coming from her altar. And she shared the video on the Galighticus Facebook page. So for those of you who are wanting to hear the sound that was coming from her altar, you can go to the page. One of the things that I would tell you, Racina, is that Hathor is offering you some more of her power. And what I would like for you to do is take the chalice that you have, and you're going to need to go to the liquor store and get the most expensive bottle of wine, red wine, that you can afford. I also will give you another element to place upon the base of the chalice. What I want you to do is I want you to fill up the chalice to the tippy top. Maybe just let a little bit spill over, just a little bit. Offer that to Hathor, and when you see that it is reduced halfway, I want you to fill it back up again. I want you to repeat this process until the bottle of wine is gone. That will complete the sequencing of your invitation to download some more of her willingness to help you. Then I want you to meditate on what that word of power is that comes from the studentship program. In order to do that, I want you to go through all of your notes, go through your collection. It also might be a sequence of power. Wink, wink. I want you to print it out and put the chalice on top of that. That's what she's telling you to do. All right? We'll talk more about that. So thank you for sharing that, Racina, and that's a beautiful thing. Well, guys, I am off to the next function. So I want to thank you all for joining us tonight. To all of my officers of Galighticus, I salute you. To all of the students, you know I love you much. All of my chain of command, to the dream team, to the internationales, and all of you, each and every one of you who are watching, who will be watching, take advantage of the winter solstice ritual that I spoke about earlier in the video. It will be available. That equanimity will be open from December the 21st and December the 22nd. Those are the days for you to allow the gods to balance out the equation of any inequity that you may have within your life. Follow the instructions to the fullest. Hey, D. Maynard, how you doing from the Netherlands? How you doing, sir? My regards to you and Kim and your loved ones, okay? And I'll see you guys real soon.